I thank you all for your presence today to witness the official launch of internet connectivity to Maragam and Karunda's primary schools here in Nyeri County. This is together with another 11 schools that are being connected across the country and are being launched today. So we are happy with the pilot as it has begun, and to know that Maragam is part of this as well as Karunda's. I would also like to sincerely thank all government agencies here today for the different roles they have played to enable the successful implementation of phase 1 of the digital literacy program, which started in 2015 following its official launch by His Excellency the President Uhuru Kenyatta. And at this stage, I would like to convey his greetings to you this morning. We talked earlier in the morning and I informed him I was coming here. He was on his way to launch the shipyard in Mombasa. And so, have you accepted his greetings? Asanteni sana. The synergy presented by a multi-agency approach has enabled the delivery on critical programs and has demonstrated that the government indeed works as one. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, the government started the rollout of the digital literacy program in 2015. The program is meant to integrate ICT in teaching and learning in all our public primary schools, and so far over 22,000 schools have been supplied with devices, electricity, and required digital content for learning. In addition, over 228,000 teachers have been trained in both competency-based curriculum and digital literacy program by the Teachers Service Commission. And to spur industrialization, the government managed to set up and operationalize 2 assembly plants, one in Moi University and another in JKUR for electronic devices. Part of the impact of this program are electrification of our rural areas, creation of over 300,000 jobs directly and indirectly, enhancement of learning in schools, and the creation of over 55 small and medium-sized enterprises. We are aware on the challenges the program has faced, which amongst them is the lack of internet to schools, and to enable content delivery, inadequate training of teachers, and the high cost of electricity bills in schools. The government has put up plans to address each of these challenges, including the teacher upgrade program, internet connectivity to schools, and the reduction of power tariffs for schools, and the provision of adequate funds for the program. For the remaining 2,000 new schools without devices, the government is allocating funds to ensure that all schools get the required devices by June of 2022. We are now in phase 2 of the program, which targets to supply 1.2 million devices to learners and in upper primary. As part of this phase, the government plans to connect internet facilities to over 24,000 public primary schools and over 15,000 secondary schools to enhance digital learning. This marks the start of the country rollout of the internet connectivity to public schools and to a large extent homes, villages, and rural businesses. And I'm really pleased that Maragam and Karundas are amongst the first to get this connectivity. The program will run for a period of 3 years, targeting over 8,000 schools annually. And under this phase of the program, the government intends to spur industrialization through setup of surface-mounted technology, otherwise known as SMT, manufacturing plants to complement the 2 assembly plants that are already in operation. We already have a semiconductor factory at Dedan Kimathi University again here in Nyeri, and we hope we will be able to use all these facilities. To connect schools to the internet, the government will continue to deploy appropriate technologies for schools depending on their location and technology presence. Among the technologies to be deployed are installation of an additional 50,000 kilometers of fiber optic cable, microwave and satellite technologies. The government will also work with other agencies and private sector so as to leverage on existing infrastructure. This includes special needs schools, and this will enable learners to access content in a limitless way from the Kenya Education Cloud. The connectivity is initially being delivered through the government fiber infrastructure, which the government has heavily invested in across the country. And this approach will ensure sustainability and security of the school network. The power of technology can no longer be underrated looking at the current world order, which has been shaped by COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has created a new normal when it comes to delivery of services to citizens, work ethics, and learning in schools, universities, and other learning institutions. This new normal has been shaped largely by technology, internet being one of the key contributors. The future of work depends largely on digital skills, hence need for the country to equip our citizens with the competency to be able to compete effectively with the rest of the world when it comes to job opportunities and businesses. As a government, we are committed to leveraging on ICT to realize the vision of the digital government, and we will not only assure effective service delivery to Wanjiko, but also transform the way government works, engages with citizens, businesses, and other governments. Through technology, the country has been able to employ now over 1.2 million young people who are working online under the Ajira Digital Initiative. With connectivity to the internet to rural areas, this initiative will benefit, and soon more and more youth will be getting online jobs and establishing their own businesses. The Ministry of ICT Innovation and Youth Affairs, through the ICT Authority, has a plan to connect over 18,000 government offices, 13,000 health facilities, 400 police stations, 54 Huduma centers, and all the constituency innovation hubs to high-speed internet capacity. Additionally, over 5 billion government manual records will be digitized, and all critical government systems will be automated and integrated to enhance service delivery. To bridge the digital divide, we plan to train over 20 million citizens countrywide on digital skills and to roll out a broadband connectivity to rural areas under the Rural Digitization Program. With complete rollout of the Rural Digitization Program, over 10 million homes will be reached, in addition to the 24,000 rural businesses connected to reliable and accessible internet services. This new initiative will transform the economy of rural areas as well as enhance innovation and growth of rural enterprises. These new ICT initiatives will bring government services closer to Mwananchi. Meanwhile, my ministry is working on a 2-year national plan under the Digital Master Plan to guide the country on an ICT initiatives as well as ICT investors in the country. We'll launch this plan as soon as it is ready and all stakeholders have been engaged. So I wish to reiterate that the ministry's support to the digital literacy program, which will integrate ICT into learning across all our schools, is ongoing. The digital literacy program builds into the CBC program, and together will ensure that all young learners are equipped with the necessary skills to be able to compete effectively with the rest of the world. Let me also take this opportunity really to thank our partners, UNESCO and Huawei, for also the amount of effort and resources they put towards ensuring that this program not only launches, but that it will continue and will have the sustainability that is necessary. So with those remarks, I would like to officially launch the Schoolnet pilot program in Maragam and Karundas and 11 other schools across the country. Asanteni sana. Let me not end there. Let me say that, we have to read an official speech, so that one I have finished. Now is to make some statements. In fact, when the headmistress was going through the challenges in the school, she mentioned the lights, and then all of you clapped. She mentioned the toilets, you all clapped. She mentioned electricity in the school, in the classrooms,